if you can hear like noises in the background, like dogs barking and quad bikes going, it's because I live on a farm, so apologies, but it's just a really nice day and I wanted to film outside. So yeah, I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's already been 6 months that I have been a registered nurse. Time has really flown, and yeah, I'm already halfway through my first year as an RN, and I just wanted to take the time to kind of sit down with you all and just chat about the experience and reality of the job and my next steps. If you're new here, hi, my name is Charlotte. I'm a registered nurse and I really can't wait to get into today's video. Before we get into everything, don't forget to like, subscribe to all of that good stuff, but for now, let's just dive right in. So a little bit of background. So I am a practice nurse, meaning that I work at a general practice clinic and I'm really enjoying it. It's community. So I'm not doing bedside nursing. I went straight into community. I haven't had any hospital experience aside from my placements. I graduated last year in December. I finished uni in November, graduated in December, and then I started work in February of this year. So it's now end of July, so it has been 6 months since I started working at the practice and started kind of easing into my new role as a nurse. And I just wanted to start off by saying, so I've gone straight into community, which when I was telling some of the older, more experienced nurses on my placements that was what I wanted to do, I got a lot of like doubt from them and saying that it wasn't the right thing to do and that what you should do is go into hospital first, get the experience, build up your knowledge, and then go into community. But I didn't like my hospital placements and I loved all of my community placements. It was what I wanted to do and what I knew I wanted to do, and I didn't think that it would be worth going into hospital first thing and knowing that I wasn't going to enjoy it as much as community and kind of put myself through at least 1 year of something I wasn't going to enjoy. And I just really feel like it was the right choice. So if you're thinking about going straight into community, don't worry, you'll be well supported and you can do it. It's not, you don't have to go into hospital first thing. Like everyone told me I had to, because I'm doing really well going straight into community. So I am really proud of myself that I kind of listened to my gut feeling and just kind of went with what I knew was going to be best for me. I'm really stoked that I'm working in community. It's what I wanted to do and very happy with that choice. The actual practice is amazing. Everyone is so kind and supportive, and I actually feel really lucky, and I'm so grateful every single day that I go to work, because I just feel like everything really aligned and I'm just working with the most incredible group of people. Everyone's been so supportive of me. Everyone knows that I'm new and still learning everything, and you know, they're really keen to answer my questions and supervise me and help me out with stuff. So yeah, the team that I'm working with is just amazing, and as I say, I feel really lucky. Like I don't think I could have started working with a nicer or more supportive and welcoming group of people. They're all just really encouraging of me, really want me to succeed and encourage me doing like study days and further learning. So yeah, every day I just feel very blessed and quite lucky that I'm working at the practice that I'm working at. Another thing is I was quite worried about working with doctors, because when I've been doing like my hospital and placements, the doctors were always really like unapproachable and very busy, and so it's difficult to talk to them. So I never really had a lot of experience working with doctors on my placements, and when I did talk with them, I always felt really uncomfortable and quite nervous. So I was quite worried about working in like closer proximity with the doctors, but actually all of the doctors at my practice are also just the loveliest people and have also been really welcoming and supportive of me. I've gotten really nice feedback from them. They're really willing to teach me different things and help me learn, and so for that I'm also really grateful. They're really easy to go up to and talk to. Started doing inboxes, so I've been like assigned a doctor to work with personally. So my doctor's really lovely. He's got a very great sense of humour and he's just a lot of fun to work with, and so I don't feel any like nerves and stuff about working with them. As I say, I just feel very lucky. Like I can't have asked for a better group of people to work with, and for my first job as well, when I feel like you definitely really need a great team of people, because you're still learning, you're still kind of taking in everything and trying to find your way in the new role. Like I've never been a nurse before, like I don't have any experience apart from placements. I need that extra support and I need people to be really eager for me to learn and succeed and do well, and I just feel like I have got that in the practice that I'm working at. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I also am really enjoying the actual work. For me, it's really good because it's very structured. I quite like routine. Because I'm at a GP clinic, all of our appointments are pre-booked or booked in. We do get some walk-ins and that kind of switches things up a little bit, makes it interesting, but I like being able to look at the chart, know what I'm going to be doing for the day, be able to prepare for that, know what I need to get set up, know what I need to kind of be thinking about and everything. So I really enjoy the somewhat predictability of it. I also really like the actual tasks. So we do a lot of immunizations, we do a lot of wound dressings, wound checks, which I love. I love doing wound dressings, and it's something that I really enjoy and I get to do quite a lot of at work, so love doing that. And we do B12 injections, we do liquid nitrogen, which I don't really like doing. Again, it's just more of a me thing, but I feel like I never quite know how to make small talk and stuff, so when I'm like waiting for the lesion or water, whatever it is, to like defrost, I don't really know what to say, so I'm just kind of standing there awkwardly with the nitrogen gun. Don't like the liquid nitrogen for that reason. And we also do a lot of ECGs, which I also really don't like because I just get quite flustered because the wires get all tangled, and you know, the patient is already feeling a little bit uncomfortable because they have to have their chest exposed and everything, and yet you're trying to muck around trying to untangle the wires, and it just stresses me out a little bit, the whole ECG process. I am getting better at doing ECGs though, which I am very proud of myself for doing that. I think really our medical care assistant, our healthcare assistant, she has just been an absolute gem about just kind of pushing me to do them and just kind of getting on with it. She showed me when I first started like how to do them properly, because at that stage I had only done one ECG on my hospital placement. She was just a complete gem showing me how to do them properly. She's just been amazing actually in all areas of my practice, so yeah, big shout out to her. So what else do? We also do before school checks, which in New Zealand are the checks that we do for 4-year-olds before they start school. So I recently just got signed off for all of that, so I can now do them by myself, which is great. We also do a lot of diabetes reviews, which I haven't started doing yet, but that's kind of like the next thing I'll be working on, and also a lot of cervical smears and like HPV swabs, which again I haven't been signed off, I haven't done the training for yet, but that's also like a next step. I'm doing my course in October, so but yeah, I really like all of the things that I'm doing. I feel like even though I feel like for some people it might get a bit boring doing the same kind of stuff every day, for me it's not boring because every person is different. So like with the wounds, everyone will have different wounds, they'll present different ways and everything, so I'm just really enjoying it. So this year, as it's my first year of being a registered nurse, I'm also part of the new entrance to practice, the netp program. So I'm part of 2 netp programs. I'm part of the Te Whatu Ora netp, which is the massive one where all of the new RNs go to in the Waikato and stuff, and we do assessments, study days, we have a little extra support, which I'm really loving that aspect of it, because I've got my own like nurse coordinator who can come in and meet up with me at my practice if I've got any questions, if I need help with any of the assessments. She's kind of my port of call for that, so really loving that kind of extra support and that aspect of the netp. And the second netp program I'm part of is for my primary health organisation that my practice is part of. They run their own netp as well, and I also really like that because it's more community nursing centred, which is relevant to me, whereas the Te Whatu Ora one is definitely more based for the hospital nurses. So the primary health one, we have a Zoom call every month where we do like a support group and we kind of bring a case study and talk about that and just kind of check in and see how everyone's going. And we also do every couple of months like a proper in-person study day where we have people come in and talk to us. We have different activities and stuff that we do, and I also really enjoy that. So the netp program has been really good. The only thing that I have an issue with is for the Te Whatu Ora one, not only is it quite hospital nurse focused, I also feel like a lot of the study days and assessments we're doing are stuff that I have already kind of done in year 2 and year 3 of nursing school. Not to say that it's not valuable to kind of go over it again, because it is, and I do feel like it is nice to kind of refresh your knowledge. But yeah, I just wish that we were kind of learning some new things, because as I say, I feel like I kind of already did all of that. That's the only issue I really have with it. Everything else about the netp program has been really good. So I was saying with netp we've had a couple of like study days, but then through my practice I've also been doing a lot of like my own study days. I'm currently doing the advanced diabetes management course run by the University of Waikato and Ryan Paul. So that's a 1-hour webinar each week where we go over different diabetes topics, and that has also been really, really helpful. I did the immunisation 2-day course in Tauranga in March, so I'm now an authorised vaccinator and can do that in my practice. I've done a couple of diabetes study days through my primary health organisation, and also an asthma one through my primary health organisation, which was also really good. I've signed up for a managing staph infections for wound management webinar, which I'm really, really looking forward to. And I've also got my cervical screening, cervical smear course coming up in October. So I've been doing a lot, and I've been just kind of trying to sign up for as many different study days as possible. One thing that I've really, really appreciated is that all of my nurse team, especially the management and my charge nurse, have all been really encouraging of me doing the extra study days. So I also wanted to talk about mistakes, because as a new nurse and as a nurse in general, all human, and we do and we will make mistakes every now and then. This year I've actually been pretty good, and I haven't really made many mistakes at all. I'm quite diligent about double checking and asking questions when I need help and stuff, and so I actually haven't made very many mistakes. I did make one a couple of months ago, which I did need to report to my charge nurse and practice manager, but I didn't feel nervous about reporting it or kind of going through the process of, making it right and stuff afterwards, because I just feel very safe with everybody in my practice, and they kind of have the approach of not assigning blame and instead trying to figure out how to make sure it doesn't happen again in the future. It was my first really big mistake that I had made, and I was freaking out a little bit about it. I felt absolutely terrible about it as well. Everyone was fine. Everyone was fine. Yeah, it was just my first big mistake, and I was really, really gutted about it, but my practice manager and the charge nurse, they just really helped guide me through it. They showed me exactly what to do to kind of sort it out and, make sure everything was good. Yeah, they were just really, really sweet about the whole thing. I just wanted to bring that up because I feel like people put a lot of pressure on themselves, myself included, to be completely perfect, and the whole idea of nursing is not to make mistakes and stuff, but inevitably you are going to make a mistake. So I think it's really important to kind of share that I had a mistake, but I did all of the right things, and making sure that I kind of reported it, went through the correct processes. I didn't try and cover anything up, and everything turned out really, really good. So I just wanted to bring it up, because if you're kind of going into your first nursing job and you're worried about making mistakes, just know that you're going to do everything in your power to not make those mistakes in the first place. But when something does happen, having that kind of support system, making sure that you're doing the right things to kind of make it right and not do it again, that's more important than kind of trying to save face. So kind of on the flip side of that, I have done really, really, really well in terms of achievements and pushing myself and getting things done and checked off of my to-do list and just doing really well. So I have completed my before school check course, my immunisation course. I've been signed up for all of the study days. I've had really good feedback from some patients who have told their doctors that I did a good job looking after their wounds. I had someone bring me feed joers because I had been looking after their wound for a little while, and they were really pleased with the care I had given, so that was really nice. One of the things I am most proud about is an incident where I was really proactive and able to get all of these immunisations sorted for a patient who was going in for a procedure at hospital, and they needed certain immunisations before that procedure, but no one knew what they were, and so I kind of called IMAC, figured out which ones it was, made a schedule for them, so when they should get each immunisation done. I contacted their doctor at our practice and let them know. I contacted their nurse specialist, let her know exactly which ones they were going to be getting and when. I contacted patient and let them know. I was just really, really proactive. And then when I realised that one of the IMs would be given after the procedure because of the timing, recommended timing, I called IMAC again, got them to check with the medical registrar if we could give it early, which we were able to do, and so that patient was able to get all of their proper immunisations on time before their procedure. I got everything signed off, prescribed. I just was really onto it, and it's something that I'm very proud of. Yeah, I made like one big mistake, but then actually looking at the rest of my practice, I have done really well, and I am really proud of myself. As I said at the start of the video, like I was a bit worried that all of the more experienced nurses on my placement were right and that I should have just gone into hospital first, but I'm so glad that I didn't listen to them and that I went into community first, because it has been really good for my knowledge, for my practice, and also just for myself in terms of confidence. And yeah, it's just been really good. Last thing that I just wanted to talk about was kind of what I'm working on and what my goals and next steps are. So as I said before, I've got my cervical smear course coming up in October, so that's kind of the next big thing. I'm currently working on the advanced diabetes management course webinar things, so I'm in the middle of that. The next thing is that funding for postgrad study has kind of opened up, so I'm just getting some more information about that, figuring out which paper I want to do, because what I want to do is do my postgrad certificate, so then I can do a diploma and then do masters. I want to go down the masters pathway instead of the honours, because the honours pathway is a bit more project based, which is not for me. Next step is just getting more information and making decisions about my postgrad certificate, getting all the funding sorted for that, and then kind of applying and starting on that next year. So yeah, that's my next big thing. That's my first 6 months as a registered nurse. That was today's video. It was really nice catching up with you guys, and I really hope that you enjoyed. Leave your nursing stories, reflections, and advice in the comments, because sharing is caring and we want to lift each other up on our nursing journeys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all of that good stuff. I'll see you next Monday with a new video, but until then, have a lovely day and a fabulous week. Bye!
It's rated X. That means you're extra.